spirituality is the language of religion that I choose to adopt, adapt, and cultivate for me.
Here in New York to create this work, or to begin the process of researching and creating this work, Sermon on the Mount. It's through the Princess Grace Foundation that we are here now at the Center of Ballet and the Arts on NYU's campus to do a creative residency for the beginning process of Sermon on the Mount. Sermon on the Mount is a work that is birthed out of my creative process as a teacher. Through my studio teaching, I talk a lot about freedom and liberation, and I use a lot of music from the era of church music that I grew up in, which was in the 80s and the 90s. I speak a lot about my church background in my studio practice, so then some kind of way the idea began to manifest that like, oh, I want to do a work that is not only unearthing my nostalgic memories from church, but also speaking towards, you know, who I am now as a gay Black man.
What is church to me? So church to me has been about conversations that speak about that freedom, that liberation that we've been trying to, like, you know, excavate in our conversations.
Tapping into spirituality and organized religious spaces with our dance practices at first was an uncomfortable thing to meet for me. And then there were these small moments where the whole space was being held by everyone at the same time, looking at it from different ways, which allowed me as a Jewish person to enter the dialogue, the conversation, basically.
This space is inviting me to dive deeper into practicing that wholly, daily, in everything that I do, from the dancer, the artist that I am, to the woman that I am, to how I carry myself, how I nurture myself, how I nurture spaces.
There are smart dancers in this space and really intellectual people, and so our discussions have blossomed into so much. And I think that the movement language that we're working with and the thoughtfulness and these like really deep messages about like love and care and holding space that are in our conversations and therefore infused in the movement are really valuable things.
It just began to spill, my writing and my research began to spill into all these areas of queerness in church and feminism in church and Blackness in church and Blackness in the world, and how all these things are still being talked about or not trying to be talked about. So starting this process and this research to kind of center these topics and to create a space where ultimately we all can come to and we all can be accepted and loved. And that is also something that's been coming up inside my research, is like love. Bell Hooks talked a lot about love, and you know how I can love another man and still love God, period.